Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity, and salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Coming at you with another lesson, Lord willing, is edifying. And evils are growing upon the earth. Alright? I have a couple videos I have queued up illustrating that point, how Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is visiting the world which he made. So this is the book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? And the trumpet is being blown, alright, throughout cities around America, cities around the world. This trumpet is being blown. Of what? Of war, of pestilence, right? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, have not done it? So the Lord is co-signing death, all right, for you wicked-ass people. The Lord is raining down judgment, all right?
3 mass shootings in the U.S. during Easter weekend. In Pittsburgh, police say 2 young people were killed and 13 others were injured during a shooting at an underage party. They say it happened overnight at an Airbnb property. Investigators believe a fight led to dozens of shots being fired. They say people were inside. They were jumping out of windows to escape the violence. Police are still looking for the suspects in this shooting.
It is our top priority to find out who did this and get them off the street. How can you even have a holiday when your child was involved in something traumatic like this, and all the others who were at the incident? This is traumatizing to our officers.
Police say both of the victims who died were men, but haven't released their identities. South Carolina saw its second mass shooting of the weekend this morning. State investigators say at least 9 people were injured after a shooting at a club in Hampton County. That's about 80 miles west of Charleston. So far, investigators say none of the victims have died. They haven't released any details on a possible motive for that shooting. And meanwhile, a suspect is arrested in connection to a mass shooting at a mall in Columbia, South Carolina, has been granted bond. A judge also ordered 22-year-old Jawayne Price to wear an ankle monitor. Police say Price is one of 3 people initially detained after the shooting. 2 others were released. 14 people were injured in the violence. 9 were shot, but another 5 were trampled in the crowd as people tried to escape.
Violence is plaguing cities across the country this weekend. Yesterday morning, more than a dozen people were injured at a mall shooting in South Carolina. Overnight, 2 people killed in Pittsburgh at a party being held at an Airbnb rental. And today, another 9 people injured in a shooting in South Carolina. ABC News takes a look at these latest on several shootings just in the past week.
Officials in Pittsburgh are investigating a mass shooting that left 2 juveniles dead and 8 other people wounded by gunfire. Another 5 people suffered injuries, jumping out of windows, falling downstairs, others hurt as they took cover. According to police, around 200 people, many underage, were gathered at an Airbnb when shots rang out. As many as 50 rounds fired inside, with another 50 outside the house.
This goes back to having too many guns, too many illegal guns on the streets. Too many people who have access to these illegal weapons.
This incident comes just hours after another mass shooting Saturday afternoon at a shopping mall in Columbia, South Carolina.
I heard like 20 to 30 shots inside the mall. Multiple shots fired inside the mall coming from the gas area.
9 people shot in that incident, 5 others injured as the chaos unfolded. Fortunately, no fatalities.
We believe that the individuals that were armed knew each other. And there was some type of conflict that occurred.
In New York City this past Tuesday, the morning commute turned violent when a gunman opened fire on a crowded subway train. 29 people injured, 10 of them treated for gunshot wounds.
There are many rivers that feed the sea of violence. This is a national issue. It's not a red state, blue state, and we have to be preventive. Many of these generational social problems have become the pipeline to violence.
This past Monday, the president announcing his administration's efforts to fight gun crime.
Our communities are paying the price.
A core part of his plan, stopping the proliferation of so-called ghost guns, whose parts can be easily purchased online, virtually untraceable because they have no serial numbers. Mona Kosar-Abdi, ABC News, New York.
Here at home, at least 4 mass shootings reported in America this weekend in New York, South Carolina, and Pennsylvania. An urgent manhunt is underway at this hour for the gunman who opened fire during a huge party at an Airbnb in Pittsburgh. At least 2 people were killed, 13 injured. Video shows panic inside the house. At least 90 shots fired. About 200 people pushing their way toward the door. Here's ABC's Mona Kosar-Abdi.
Another mass shooting claiming 2 young lives, teenage boys overnight in Pittsburgh, adding to the spike in gun deaths in America. Police say more than 200 people, many of them underage, were at a party at this Airbnb when suddenly a hail of bullets, more than 90 were fired.
God, he got a gun, dog. He got a gun. He got the shoot.
The panic sending partygoers tumbling down steps in their efforts to make it to the front door. Others breaking bones after leaping from windows.
That's shooting. Oh my God.
Besides those 2 dead, 8 others were wounded, as police believe an altercation led to the drawing of multiple weapons.
When we heard the bang, 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 we looked out the window and people were running out the door and screaming, yelling, crying. And my wife, I said, get away from the window.
Innocent people were struck. We're sick about it, and we're going to do everything we can to get those responsible for it.
Authorities tonight saying they have not yet made any arrests. And just hours earlier, chaos also erupting at this mall in Columbia, South Carolina. 9 people shot, 5 others were injured when police believe an ongoing conflict between at least 2 suspects resulted in an exchange of gunfire. The Easter weekend shootings coming on the heels of the random mass shooting in Brooklyn Tuesday that left 10 people shot, and underscores nationwide concerns over gun violence.
No, I say over and over again, there are many rivers that feed the sea of violence. This is a national issue. It's not a red state, blue state.
Mass shootings, defined as when 4 or more people are shot in a single incident, are up 66% in the last 2 years.
Already more than 130 mass shootings in the U.S. here this year. And Mona Kosar-Abdi joins us now. Mona, Airbnb released a statement regarding the early morning shooting in Pittsburgh. What are they saying?
Lindsay, Airbnb says they have a strict no party policy and have banned that booking guest for life. They also say they are considering legal options to hold them accountable. Lindsay?
Mona.
All right. That's just in the last week alone. Now, it's been over 100 mass shootings, all right, in the United States, and they consider mass shootings where 4 or more people, all right, were shot in the incident. All right, and that's the Lord, visiting this place, okay? And the prophecies are playing out. Again, this is Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? So the Lord is claiming, all right, credit for this, all right? And his name is going to be exalted throughout all the earth, which is Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, the name of his son, who the world English calls Jesus. Okay? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, and verse 1. And we're measuring measuring the times by way of the prophecies. All right? 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past that I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So these uproars, all right, these earthquakes, these mass shootings, all right, are all prophecy, man. Okay? Matter of fact, 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 21. It says, Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Yeah. People thought they were in good case when the inflation wasn't great. All right? You can still go to your local, all right, fast food joint and get your 2 for $5 or 2 for $4. Right? Yeah, they thought they were in good case. And even then shall evils, yeah, bad times, grow upon earth. Sword, what is the modern day sword? The gun. Famine. Hey, we seeing the famine set to lay hold to this place. All right, an article came out last week that if supplies or production stopped, the world has a 90-day supply of food. All right, so the sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right, you're going to die in that World War III. Okay? But again, these evils are growing upon the planet Earth. There's no escaping. All right? Why? Because Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is bringing forth a kingdom. All right? The kingdom of heaven. Okay? This is the book of Matthew, or first, 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And the way of truth is hidden. All right, it's a very small number that is able to understand the 100% doctrine of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, from Jacob's trouble, okay, to the MOTB, there's a small remnant is able to understand these prophecies, right, and have faith in the report. So yeah, the way of truth is hidden, right? But iniquity shall be increased above that which thou now seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. Then we see in that news report that in the last 2 years, mass shootings has increased, right? Increased by 66%. Why 66? Right? But the scriptures say what? But iniquity, sin on top of sin, right, shall be increased above that which thou now seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And we're seeing that, man. When I was growing up, I ain't see that many mass shootings like that. But these things are now increasing on the planet Earth. Why? Because it's birth pains to the kingdom. It'll happen. You know, things will happen, and then it'll die down, and things will happen again, and then it'll die down. Well, all these things are bringing forth the kingdom of heaven, right? Now let's get Matthew 24. Because this is what the disciples asked Yahawashi, right? Basically, when were you going to restore the kingdom back to Israel? Right? Like we read in Acts chapter 1. Let's start at verse 3. Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Yeah, this end of this current age, this current rulership. And that's another thing that the Lord has opened me up to. These Jakes, man, they're really trying to be like Esau, man. Okay? Why? Because they trusting in the sword. They trusting in their weaponry. All right? And it's leading to nothing but what? Death. Okay? And this end of this world is this current age. All right? This current eon or aeon, where it's ruled by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And don't the scriptures say, as the ruler is, so are the people? Well, why do you think all these shootings going on, man? Because of the damn devil who's in power. All right? Verse 4, and Yahawah answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying that I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. See? Now I want to jump down to verse 12, right? Verse 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound. Same thing we read in 2nd Ezra, right? The love of many shall wax cold. That was over 200 people in that Airbnb. Okay? And you think they cared about any of those people? No. It left 2 people dead. All right? And guess what? It's going to increase. These things are the signs of the coming of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right? Let's go here. Mark, the book of Mark, chapter 13. And start at verse 28. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When her branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is near. So ye, in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass. Now, Yahawah in his infinite wisdom, he was talking to the disciples then, but guess what? It was meant for the time now. Right? We read in 2nd Ezra, when thou shalt see these signs, right? Again, Yahawah said, so ye in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the doors. All right? The coming of Yahawah is even at the doors. Verse 30, verily, verily, which means like it, verily, which means truly, I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. See? So Yahawah hipped them to it. Because you best believe the apostles, all right, or the disciples who later became apostles, all right, knew about reincarnation. So when the Lord said these things, they understood. Again, Mark 13 and 30, verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. See? And we're in the midst of the words of Yahawah Bahasham coming to pass. All right? That's going to be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Coming to you with another lesson, Lord willing. Till the next time I say, Shalom.